We all have a story to share, and wherever you find yourself, no matter the season or the reason, we need a village to navigate through life. Salon Sessions podcast is a series that uncovers the stories of real women to inspire, impact, and support one another. Please welcome your host, recording artist Gemma Kirby.
Thanks for pushing me down, 'cause this courage I found will make me rise stronger than a fallen soldier.
I'm here today with special guest Sandra Goulton, who is very special to me because she's also my best friend. So welcome, Sandra.
Hi, Jim.
I've asked Sandra to come on today to talk a little bit about her journey around finding your sparkles. So I met Sandra in our small community about 5-6 years ago now. And we didn't become instant friends, but kind of floated around the same circles, and about 4 years ago became inseparable, which was a fluke, really. But I'll let you talk a little bit about your background and your children and your business, and then we'll uncover finding your sparkle.
Yeah, perfect. So I met my love of my life when I was 16, Jim Goulton, in high school. And then in 2000, we actually purchased our jewellery store, Millennium Jewellers. And I have 3 beautiful children. I've got Mikhail, who is 19, Angelina, who's about to turn 17, and Sebastian, who is 13.
So a busy mama.
Yes, very. Very.
And Mikhail's not long out of school, and he's doing a carpentry apprenticeship.
Yeah, and loving it.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah, cool. So you've talked about your children and business. You've recently also celebrated 20 years in business.
Yes.
In a very challenging and different year.
Yes.
2020 has obviously been challenging for a lot of small businesses due to COVID. But how are you feeling coming out of that at the moment?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Personally, this year has been the hardest for us. We had set a lot of goals, and things obviously weren't going to plan, and that's really hard in a stressful environment. And I think having to put your staff off until you know what actually is going to happen was difficult too. And but I remember we started challenges on our social media just to help even those that were at home and confined, and we had a daily challenge. And I remember also during this period we actually had a smash and grab. And I remember that the 12 o'clock clean up till 3 a.m, and I just said, Jim, what the hell are we doing? Like, this is just too hard all the time. Like, we're just making ends meet, and are we going to survive through this? And the next challenge was actually me.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up in the morning thinking, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not doing this anymore. I think we should just shut shop.
Yeah.
So then after having a shower, I just knew, what would people say? Come on, Sandra, get the sparkle on and do this. Yeah. So I did. I found the most sparkliest dress, put this gown on, and I did the challenge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that challenge also was all over social media. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, I know that you'll be able to look at it now, but such a trying and challenging time in your life, both professionally and personally, yet showing up and being accountable for other people in our community, which I think is such a huge reflection of your personality. Always been a people pleaser.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always been a giver, and getting to a point where you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did that impact you? What did you need to do to make changes in order really to protect yourself?
Absolutely. So I definitely am in a default mode continuously to help people and care for people, but there's times in my journey where I forget that I need the help, and I need, to stop trying to make everything okay and everyone, fix everyone, because I can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
And so I've done a lot of recently, I don't mean to sound selfish, but, doing things for myself.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
isn't selfish. It is necessary.
And one of the hardest ones after all these years is actually really loving myself for who I am.
Yeah.
For who I am, because in my journey I've really felt, judged a lot of our times through the different circles that we go in, and when I start reading these inspirational books or gratitude cards that actually help me, or yoga, there's different little moments in time that come to me that help me heal. And it's okay. I'm never going to be perfect, and
No.
I'm always going to be judged, and I'm not going to be sorry for being bold and bubbly and vibrant and outrageous. And I love to dress beautifully, and I like to, look after myself.
Yeah. It's a real hard one when you're wanting to please everyone and to step back and actually make yourself a priority again. You've touched on a few kind of strategies around your ways of building your self-worth. What do you think was the most pivotal one? What do you think was really influential to you to make this move?
Well, I think it was when I knew, obviously, depression was going to set in again.
Yeah.
Because I have had depression before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a really hard subject to talk about, and particularly in environments in business world.
Oh, absolutely, because you got to put the brave face on a lot of the time when, you've been in the shower crying all morning. Or, and then you've got to put your makeup on and
step up.
Yeah.
On the way to dropping kids to school.
Yeah. And then, my youngest has autism.
Yeah.
And, there are days that, just getting him to school has been horrendous.
Yeah.
As you can relate to.
Yeah, I also have a son with autism, so Sandra and I can relate on this topic.
We often share stories.
So, yeah, I think, do you find that you get a lot of people give you a lot of grace around having a child with a disability in the business world, or not so much?
I actually have recently found a couple of beautiful, well, they're now friends, they were customers, but I remember one day a lady coming into the store, and she asked how I was, and I actually wasn't doing okay, and I was at home, and Jim was actually honest and said she's actually not doing so well. So she rang me up, and I, of course, said, I'm fine, no, I'm good, everything's great. And I'd been crying all morning because I was really struggling, and so she got in the car and came around and she just sat with me. She had a son who's high Aspie, more Aspie, and so she just wanted to let me know that she's going to be my support person.
Yeah.
And she said, don't ever, honestly,
feel
ring
alone.
me. Yeah. Ring me any hour, any day.
Yeah, and I think creating that village and that connection with people in our community is so important. I still don't understand the notion of why we believe we have to do these journeys alone.
Absolutely.
But do you think it came at wit's end where you actually put your hand up though and said, I need some support and I need some help? Do you think along the way, if you had done it a bit sooner, it would have been easier? Or
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really wish, I don't know. And I wish I had if I wound it back now, I definitely would have put my hand up, and understanding what I've already been through on my own. And, I'm very blessed. I've got a great husband who's very supportive and, he's very understanding of it all. And actually I'm very fortunate with the other two children too. They've been through a lot with, understanding, my youngest needs and, and because he does do things differently.
Yeah.
But
it's almost relearning to parent.
Absolutely. It really is.
Yeah.
And how, different triggers or the different things that will set them off.
Yeah.
And
within a household and
yeah.
trying to keep harmony.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you kind of stepped back into this year wanting to go back to work full time and realised that that was a something that really couldn't happen.
Yeah, well, so, after the whole COVID situation, and then when we could go back into business full time again, we were the busiest we have been in a long time, which I'm very grateful for. It was like the community and other, friends and family understood the whole, how important it is to support a family business.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, right, I'm going to have to come into management, and, we've got Jim, and we've got as a jeweler, and then we've got apprentice jeweler, and we've got other staff members, but I can't, I reached a stage where I couldn't do it all. Like, I can't come in. Sebastian still needs me, at home, and the other two also still live at home, and that's really important to me as a mum. Yeah. So I didn't leave it this time. I just said to Jim, this is not working. Yeah. I did it for 2 weeks, and I just realised there's no way I can. I'm not Superwoman, and I'm not going to be sorry for this anymore. Like, I am, I want to spend time with the children while they're still with me. Yeah. Sebi's only got 4 more years, and I just know that if I step it up and surround him with my love and care, like, he will be okay. Yeah. It's going to be hard. I'm still in the business, and I do all the finances, but that is enough. Yeah.
I mean, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
There's plenty of businesses out there that would outsource that, and I don't think women give themselves enough kind of grace or encouragement. I've been talking to many women during this series, and I hear a lot of women say, my husband's business. And a lady pulled me up on it a couple of weeks ago and said, but don't you do the bookwork, and don't you do, the errands and picking up things?
Exactly.
And it's that constant reminder of your contribution is just as valuable.
Absolutely. It's definitely a partnership for sure.
Yeah, cool. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know there is so much more that we could uncover, especially if we had wine, as we usually would in our hands. But I just wanted to leave on the note of your strategies for your further growth and balance moving forward. So you've talked about yoga. What were some of the other things that you kind of connect with to grow?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, I definitely, if you can find a good podcast, to change your mindset. Yeah. And even put up find one verse, whether it's from, the Bible or wherever you get your faith or growth from, and, pop it on the mirror. I also, after reading a few books recently, it is important to maybe limit yourself from those that maybe don't make you feel so great. Yeah.
Boundaries.
Yep.
Not everyone gets a ticket.
No, exactly.
So, you're exclusive.
So it's really important to, because you can't run on an empty cup. Yeah. So, and I can't help others with my cup empty. So I need to fill the cup with, like yoga, exercise, nourishing my body. Yeah. And that also takes time.
Yeah, it does. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing your story. And thank you for always sparkling so bright. If you're listening to the podcast, Sandra has a beautiful sparkly top on, which is very normal, and has sparkly jewellery. Actually, talking about jewellery too, as we've touched on, Sandra's husband is a very, very, very amazing jeweller. He's very talented, and we're going to pop all the links in the bio for you to check out some of his work. He's got an Instagram page, so we'll put all those in the links. So check Mulaney Jewellers out.
I'm sure he's having a fun time looking after Hunter.
Oh, yeah. He's also our babysitter, our top one babysitter today. But thank you so much for coming on, Sandra.
Thank you, Gem, for giving me this time on this special journey podcasting.
Thank you.